This video is brought to you in association with Funded Today. Funded Today helps startups to succeed, especially in the fast-paced world of rewards-based crowdfunding. Its creative, marketing and consulting services can multiply your Kickstarter or Indiegogo pledges. All the links for Funded Today are in the video description below. Let's go. Let's get on with the show.
Hello, Talk Funders. Today we're joined with Scott and Nicole from NOTNODI, the travel pillow that's not just a pillow. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Talk Funding today. Well, listen, guys, we'll just go straight into it and look at your excellent Kickstarter page and the Kickstarter video, which we've started to play already. Can we just basically do a basic introduction to your travel pillow the travel pillow that's not just a pillow?
Thanks, Alan. Yeah, look, NOTNODI is really about being healthy and supportive. Whilst it's highly compact, it's ultra lightweight, and it's fashionable, but primarily it was designed out of a need to address posture and to provide the correct support, because all of the other travel pillows in the market are fundamentally wrong by design. So hence the tagline is rest well, arrive refreshed, because the primary goal is to arrive at the end of your trip feeling truly refreshed.
Well, great. Well, let's look at that rest well and arrive refreshed now as we work our way down through the Kickstarter page. So this is basically me on the left. Sometimes without a pillow. I am not middle-aged guy, either without a pillow or with these sort of shoehorn things, which I've given up using. So what's the difference between, say, this, what I would say is, let's call it a traditional airplane pillow, and what you guys are doing at NOTNODI?
Yeah, so look, we chose that pillow for that image because people recognise it immediately. There are something like 20 million different travel pillows. Sorry, I should say, pardon me, 20,000 different travel pillows in the market. So who in their right mind would enter such a crowded market unless you had a true differentiator? Fundamentally, there are several types of travel pillow, but they all have the same fundamental problem. They're all trying to support your head from underneath. And to do that, they need to essentially restrict and constrict the user's neck. So those old peanut pillows, which is in fact this one here, they typically attach at the front in an effort to try and support the neck. And this is quite a small pillow, as you can see. It doesn't fit around my big neck. But to stop the person from nodding forward, they have to actually be quite firm around the neck. Similarly with the neck braces, it's effectively they're working on the same principle. They're trying to support the neck to hold the head. NOTNODI, by design, is trying to simulate the muscles in your back and your neck, and it essentially provide the support from the top of the head. So it's actually holding your head in the same way that your neck and your muscles hold your head in balance. So if you imagine a ball on a stick, so I should have brought a ball, but if we had a ball on the end of a stick, and if that was perfectly in balance, there is no forward, sideways or backward pressure. If that was in perfect balance, that ball would sit there with no pressure whatsoever. So NOTNODI essentially helps maintain your head in balance, which is sitting effectively on the top of your spine. And it does that with very little pressure.
And we'll look at, thank you very much for the explanation. I'm beginning to really get the product now. As we go through the journey of the Kickstarter page, we'll be able to enlarge what you've just, what you've been talking about, because it really is, here's the start. Here is your solution in picture form. And again, folks, if everybody can go back, look on the Kickstarter page, and the links will be in the video description below. There's a really great photograph here with diagram to show you what Scott has been talking about. And I'll just say what I think is what's happening is that you have a head support. They put the headband on, and that, one sense, helps you to pull your neck back into its normal resting position. Is that right? And with the neck support at the back of your neck.
Yeah, correct. So as that the call outs in this particular image, the stabilizing strap basically provides an anchor point for the rest of the product. So depending on how far your head is tilted determines where that strap is along your back plane. When the user sits back on the seat, that creates a sandwich effect that pins that stabilizing strap to the seat, and that provides ample anchorage support for the pillow and the headband. So the challenge that we faced was, how do you support the head without attaching the head to a fixed object? Because that's the last thing you want to do. The last thing you want is to attach yourself to the seat. Because if you're attached to the seat and there's turbulence, sudden movement, sudden stoppage, you've got a dreadful situation. So the beauty of this design is that in the event of any sudden stop, turbulence, any movement whatsoever, your back comes forward from the seat, allows the back strap to be released, and you are absolutely free to move. So, and the beauty of that, and I can tell you as a user, because I was the prime guinea pig, I was a frequent flyer. I would fly between 2 and 4 times every week over a period of almost 10 years. And in the later years, when we were testing NOTNODI, the beauty of this design that became apparent was that I could seat myself, get comfortable, relax, and then if I wanted to talk to the person next to me, I wasn't restrained. I just, as I lean forward, I can move. If my breakfast arrives, I can eat my breakfast. I can then easily resume without, even hands-free, tilt my head, lean back, relax. And so you have there's no intrusion on your personal space. There's nothing around your neck. There's nothing in front of you. If you're in a neck brace, for example, we all know there's a number of neck brace products out there. To talk to the person next to you, you would have to actually undo that brace to be able to turn and talk. It's not comfortable to carry out those sorts of things. If your coffee or tea arrives, then again, you're taking off the brace. You don't want to spill anything, and you want freedom of movement. With NOTNODI, it can just, once you put it on, it can just stay on your head through the whole journey. And for most people, we almost called it the invisible travel pillow, because when you're actually leaning back in the seat, in fact, it was one of the biggest criticisms we had in the first campaign. The advertising was showing our main flagship image was a picture of the model Madeline with the headband, which is next to the fellow in that wearing that peanut pillow. And of course, people saw the image and thought, well, I don't get it. It's just a headband. Where's the product? Because when you're wearing it and you're seated, leaning back on it, it's invisible. The only part that you can see is the headband and a little bit of the neck pillow behind the neck. So if we actually move to the image where this model here is actually in motion, you can see the actual pillow squashes up against that seat and almost becomes invisible. It's just becomes a shadow behind the person's neck.
Yeah, I think it's pure genius because it's like working with your body and moving with your body. So I really get it, because whenever you're sitting back, the strap, then there's your, but I'll just say it in my language. There's my back is against the seat, but in between that is the strap, and the strap is acting as, you know, is working with the pillow and the headband. So it really is pure genius. It's like there's nothing exterior. It's just your body and the neckband, the NOTNODI. It's really good.
Yes. So the other important features of that, and when in the start of this discussion, I pointed out it's about posture. It actually supports your head in a natural posture, so you can find the posture that you feel most natural. And the beauty of a natural posture is that your head is just slightly back from vertical. Your airways are unrestricted, they're open, so you can breathe easy. You don't have anything around your neck which creates overheating, because, you know, some planes are quite warm. When it gets stuffy, the last thing you want is something around your neck. And that so you're not only constricted and overheating, that's also impacting your blood flow, in the sense that the veins and the blood through your neck act as a cooling mechanism. So when you start to warm up those veins, you're actually really overheating yourself. And so the important things about arriving refreshed are, while you're asleep, you want to be able, or just resting, even if you're not asleep, you want to breathe easily. You don't want to be feeling like you're choking, and you don't want to be overheating. Fantastic. So it all plays into arriving in much better condition.
Great. Thank you very much for explaining all that, Scott. And Scott, let's just scroll down to the Kickstarter page, down to where it says features you'll love and multiple features. And then just look a little bit more specifically at the actual pillow itself. And I think you have a pillow at hand there, Steve. Could you maybe just hold it up to the camera so we can have a wee look at it, and then we can talk about these features that are in this diagram here. Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, sure. In fact, so this was the one used in the photo shoot campaign. This is the latest sample from the manufacturer, and in fact,
and this all folds down, and this opens up as what we can see in the diagram. Wow, look at that.
So that's the finished rolled product.
Wow.
So let me talk about the features. I want to firstly go to something that we never really talk about, and it's a bit of an invisible feature, but in this diagram, the non-slip headband. So the headband, look, we didn't design the headband. We actually designed a product that would accommodate any headband, and which was really quite an interesting challenge. How do you design a product that will accommodate any headband and also allow you to adjust the tension of the headband, etc.? But this headband is the one that comes with the product as standard. So it's quite a stretchy headband. It's not tight or uncomfortable at all. It's very comfortable. It's quite a wide headband, so it actually forms around the person's forehead. So it provides quite a lot of support. I'm not sure if you can see that.
Yes, I can see that.
Very supportive. And the feature that I wanted to point out was the silicone strip. So that just adds that little bit of extra grip on shiny heads like mine. And it also, if you were sweating at all, then it will actually direct any moisture away from your eyes. So that's the feature of the headband. If we look at the product, the NOTNODI, so the headbands are easily swappable. So redirect the camera back to here, and this is all in the project as well. But there are 3 different methods of attaching the headband, and they are explained in the project. But the simplest is, well, actually, I've already attached this one. So it's attached through this, through the tab at the top. But the simplest method is literally just placing it behind the flap and attaching the flap to the back, and there you have it.
Fantastic.
So you can easily attach this headband, take your pick. Yeah, so actually the other point I wanted to show in here, which again, if we go back to that features page, of that, yeah, with the call outs. So the Velcro that holds this to the product is actually not an aggressive Velcro, in that it won't tear at your clothes, even though that's covered, but there's other Velcro on the product, for example, or hook tape, as it's referred to. It's actually, it grips to the product. So in this case, it's at the adjustable length of the strap. You can just reattach that at any length to it and adjust it to the length that suits how tall you are. And it can go all the way up to the, almost up to point of folding in half. So it'll actually fit quite a small child. Or if you're a very tall person, this actually fits Nicole's father, who's 6'7".
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm 6'1", and my better half's vertically challenged under 5 foot, so it's going to fit both of us. So that's good.
We're just coming to that Velcro. So if I put that on my clothing, and this is just a woven cotton top.
Yes.
There's no grip whatsoever, so it won't pull at the clothing. Oh, might pull a little bit on that one. That's a very woolly one.
This is a woolen top.
But that's just it is largely won't grab on clothing, and that's folded up against the product, so it's actually not intruding into the user. In fact, even if you had that extended all the way down, that Velcro faces back towards the seat, as opposed to the front towards the person.
Fantastic. You've covered quite a lot of ground there with that demonstration. Thank you for doing that. I love that features where you got the compact and it's lightweight. It's easy to sleep, carry, and store. That's really good. The multi-use strap, the travel essentials pocket, and the pen sleeve. And also the idea of one size fits all is superb. And it's built to last, clearly. And let's look at the customize your NOTI and the actual headbands itself. They come in different band colors. I think you have, 9 colors at the moment. Is that correct?
Yeah. Look, there will be actually there will be quite a few more. We'll yet to make some announcements around that.
Oh, there's more announcements coming. That's great.
So the headbands that are available at the moment, there's the different colors you can see. And there's those that are narrow headbands that are tapered, and then there are those that are wide and they're not tapered. And then, of course, the different colours and patterns. But we are about to announce some other more stylised bands. But of course, if you've got a preference, you can use your own band, because there are 3 different ways to attach the band and adjust the band. And you can attach the band of whatever you're choosing. In fact, you could wear a bandana instead of a headband, if that was your preference.
Great. Fascinating. Okay,
so
great.
The elastic. Can I just say, it doesn't rely on the elasticity of the band, because the product itself, as a neoprene product, also has a level of give. So there's no problem if you wanted to put a different type of band that's less elastic.
Well, superb. Just bringing it down now to the actual pledges on your Kickstarter page. I love this, just the versatility of the product, as it says it's planes, trains, and cars, or planes, trains, and automobiles. Let's just look at the pledges that you have on the Kickstarter page. There's the first one's called Sweet Dreams, which is coming in at 30 Australian dollars or approximately 23 US dollars. Can we talk about that a little bit, please?
Sure. And look, the reason that came about is that Nicole wanted to reward her original backers, and she came up with a gift pack, something that would complement NOTNODI. So she did quite a bit of research around the latest designs in eye masks, because she noticed there was a recent eye mask campaign run by a competitor product. And their campaign was quite successful. And what that showed was that there was a lot of demand for eye masks. And we thought, well, it's a nice complement to the product. So she sourced a really good and fashionable eye mask. I personally really like it as well. I never thought of wearing one before she presented that. And the idea of that mask is that it's a 3D mask, so that there's no pressure on the eyes. It's got a memory foam. Memory foam is what forms the contact with the face, so that molds to the shape and ensures the blackout. So that package, along with the reusable silicon earplugs, and what else do you put in? A pen. The NOTNODI pen was included as a free gift to the old backers to come across to the new campaign. And then I suggested, I'll take credit for this one, that, you know, if you're going to buy a heap of these, then why don't we promote them on your campaign? And because there may be other people that see the value in it.
Yeah, and they're great. And the Kickstarters can come and have a look at it on the Kickstarter page. Looking on the other few pledges that's here, there's the early bird is still available. You've done very well out of that. You've got 5 left out of 204, so they've sold really well for you. And then the other one that's left is the arrived refreshed. What's the difference with that one that's coming in at 79 Australian or 60 US dollars?
Yeah, so look, it's the same package in terms of the reward. The difference is there's a 5% extra discount on the early bird. And we're trying to keep the early bird open as long as we can afford to. You know, if we keep getting strong support, then I'd like to keep it going. But yeah, I guess there's a number of factors in there. But yeah, we're trying to keep the early bird going as long as we can.
Great. So thank you very much for doing that. And just to be clear with everybody, you're shipping worldwide and you're due to ship in October 2021. And if people scroll down again on the excellent Kickstarter page, there's telling people how they can post, and you're using Australia Post to post out the items, which is really clear and concise. Well, listen, folks, thank you very much. I've really enjoyed our interview this morning on TALKFunding with the NOTNODI, the travel pillow that's just not a pillow. It's live on Kickstarter, and all the links will be in the video description below. Thank you very much, Scott and Nicole, from NOTNODI for doing the interview today. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Bye now.
Thank you.